Don't worry, you don't want me preparing anything. We'll leave that up to the experts. But I'm Doug Small with Experience Grand Rapids, and I want to thank you for being in this incredible. I was mentioning Dr. Ender and Dan Gendler that we certainly didn't have this in our hospitality program. So this is something to be very, very proud of, and I'm glad that all of us, those of us that have not had a chance to experience this wonderful new addition to this school and this facility. This is tremendous. So congratulations on this addition to your school. Restaurant Week, thank you. We've got a lot of guests here with us tonight to celebrate Restaurant Week Grand Rapids 2012, which was our third year for our Restaurant Week. And it was a little different year in that we changed the dates, and I'll talk a little bit about what the results were with changing those dates. And staff will also tell you I was the most nervous about changing those dates, but I think the results are very, very positive, and we'll get to that in a second. But in addition to all of you who we couldn't do this without you, I want to first thank our staff at Experience Grand Rapids, our board of directors, and those committee members that are in attendance with us today. So if you're on our board or on our staff, either stand up or if you're standing, please wave. I want to make sure that everybody recognizes your efforts. I mentioned the new dates and how we were a little nervous with that after having our first 2 years in November, but it ended up being a very, very successful venture. I mentioned some of those that have been very responsible. We put a real, and for you chefs out there, we truly appreciate it and thank you. We really put an emphasis this year on the whole local sourcing of food for those menus that you provided. And for those of us that enjoyed Restaurant Week, and in my case, I'm sucking it in right now many times, and gained a lot of pounds, we were ecstatic to see that you engaged our local farmers and those that produce the food that goes to our tables, and we want to continue that tradition. So thank you for that. I want to thank the restaurant owners and managers that are with us tonight with their chefs. Again, will all the chefs and the restaurant owners and managers that participated in Restaurant Week Grand Rapids please rise to be recognized. Now, that tells me that there's a lot of good assistants in the kitchen right now. Otherwise, the town's restaurant scene is falling all to hell right now. But I appreciate all of you for taking your time to be here. And I know Janet had mentioned she talked to one of the chefs, and he said he's hoping he could find a seat because he's been standing all day. So appreciate all your effort. And I know that the back of the house, where it's all put together for all of us to enjoy, is a labor of love, and we truly appreciate your efforts. We're here today in a wonderful place. It's a place where some of those that just stood up have graduated and moved on to our local restaurant scene, which we are all the beneficiaries of. And those that are here now, we hope will engage this community like you have and stay here and build our restaurant scene. As we go out and market to this wonderful destination, one of the primary things that we must do is build the destination's appeal. And the destination's appeal, a big part of a destination's appeal, is its restaurant scene. And I think wherever we travel, I don't care what city that is or what country that is, we come back and we talk about the meals we have, more so than other things. So it's important that we provide a great restaurant scene, and we're up to the task of marketing that scene to make certain that our business continues. This institution is a beneficiary of your efforts, but those efforts wouldn't be possible without wonderful sponsors. We've been showing you on the screen. You've seen it in your programs. You'll see it as you walk into the reception. I'm proud to say the sponsors that were with us in year one are with us in year three, and we've added even more as we've moved forward. So congratulations and thank you to all the sponsors that really made Restaurant Week what it was. At this time, I want to turn, I was going to say the podium, I'm so used to saying the podium, the carving board, over to a good partner of ours, a partner since day one. When we went to the Downtown Development Authority with this idea of Restaurant Week, knowing that a big portion of our restaurants in this community are in the downtown district, They joined us immediately. Well, not immediately. We did have to put a business plan together, but they were great partners from the get-go and have continued into year 3 to be that partner. So with us tonight, representing the Downtown Development Authority, is its chairperson, Brian Harris.
Is it working? Okay. So as an early investor, the Downtown Development Authority is extremely pleased with the reception that Restaurant Week has had. The community has fully embraced it, and it's been a blast to be a part of it as a sponsor in the last 3 years. We're especially pleased with the participation levels, which I'm told have exceeded years past, and the actual makeup of restaurants that participated in are over half the restaurants are in the downtown area, which is awesome. That creates some great vitality downtown. And if you were on the street, which I'm sure you were because you were participating in this, the upswing in activity and vibrancy and delight was pretty clear during that month of August, and I look forward to it again next year. From a DDA's perspective, we look at our involvement as a seed investment. That's what we try to do, is invest in enterprises and initiatives that add to the overall feel of vibrancy in downtown, that create great culture and positive activity. And we expect a little bit of a return. And the return is either in financial monetary development, but also in this currency that we call vibrancy in downtown. And it's hard to actually spend the currency, but you know it when you have it. And I'm pretty sure that Restaurant Week has demonstrated itself as one of the best returns that the DDA has invested in. So we're very pleased to have been involved. We look forward to future opportunities, and I just want to congratulate all of you who were involved in it. Good luck.
Brian walks out and they wheel drinks out. I don't know what that's all about here, but yeah, I love it. Thanks, Brian, and we do cherish our relationship with the Downtown Development Authority and your participation as one of our underwriting sponsors. I mentioned a little bit about this college, and again, for those of you that haven't been with us before, $1 of every Restaurant Week menu meal that is served at a participating restaurant, we had 61 restaurants this year participate, goes towards this school, Grand Rapids Community College and the Secchi Institute for Culinary Education. And I told you why earlier, because we want to continue to do our part along with our restaurant community in fostering growth and opportunity for those that are graduating from this program to stay in our community and help build a great destination for us. With us today, we're very pleased to have two folks representing this great community asset in Dr. Steve Ender, the president, and Mr. Dan Gendler, who represents as the director of the Secchi Institute for Culinary Education. Gentlemen. I'd like to, at this time, make a special presentation, and then I'll turn the carving board over to you, President Ender. So I do want to mention, too, that I mentioned earlier about that as we develop this fund for the college, I'm very proud to say that with this check today, we will have raised, us as a collaborative group, upwards of $57,000 in 3 years for the scholarship program. So on behalf of the restaurant community of Greater Grand Rapids and Experience Grand Rapids and the Downtown Development Authority and all of its sponsors, I'd like to present this check to you for $18,014 from Restaurant Week 2012.
Thank you, Doug. Am I on? So I kind of thought the mechanical system was working pretty good. Brian was having a meltdown, and I was thinking, we haven't tested that system very well. Greg, I don't know what the codes are, but we're in compliance. We're in good shape here tonight. Let me thank all of you on behalf of the college and the Secchi Institute for Culinary Education This check tonight will go into an endowed account, which is spinning off scholarships for our students. You will meet some of them tonight. Very proud of this program and of the faculty and staff that run it. Many of you that are out in the community as chefs help us out teaching adjunct, and we appreciate that. I only have one appeal to the restaurant owners tonight as you work with our students, and I know that if we close down, you'd be in trouble. We really like them to get their associate degree. So as they're working with you and you're thinking, you know, this person is really good, I'm going to add more hours, they want more hours, keep asking them, now have you graduated? Because if you don't, they tend to drift away from this program and go full bore into their career. And we think it's incredibly important that they pick up this associate's degree because that's a springboard for them as they move forward in their career and in their education. So that's my only appeal. Our faculty and staff, I know Dan has discovered this in his role, and he is doing a fabulous job. They think, well, of course Steve graduated. Well, of course Jane graduated. They came to the department graduation ceremony. They didn't graduate. They came and said, thank you, faculty, for all your good work. I got a great job, and I'm moving on. Help us with this one because it's really important that they finish their career with us. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for your support. Karen and I love Grand Rapids. It's all about the partnerships that are here and the people working together to really build a strong and vibrant community. And in this particular culinary school, working in collaboration with you folks, I believe, really adds to the uniqueness of this wonderful town that we live in. So thank you very much. Dan?
Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Steve. This is an amazing opportunity for us. When they first approached us 3 years, I was an adjunct faculty, and Randy Sahadak, the past director, had left the room, and the restaurant owners sitting around the table, when we were trying to come up with what we were doing, to me, brought this out of nowhere. And I had been sitting there representing Sanchez. I actually abstained on the vote because I didn't want to be the faculty member that was voting to put your dollars to work for some place that I was working for. And you all came through, and it was absolutely phenomenal. The first year, around $19,000, just short of endowment. The second year put us over the top, and that was where we endowed the scholarship fund. So as we get this fund growing more and more, we're able to give more and more. So the synergy between our students that are going through the education process and then being hired by you to help you in your business is fantastic. It one hand, you know, what is that? One hand wash the other, something like that. It's just a phenomenal partnership, and we very much appreciate the sponsors of Restaurant Week. I know I'm saying this again because Doug already said it, but the sponsors, the restaurants, and the chefs, because altogether it couldn't happen without each one of you. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And then, thank you. Thank you. It's important to understand there's a lot of money here coming in, and because it's endowed, we're able to give away about 5% a year so that we never touch the principal of the amount. And so with this check at $57,000, we're going to be able to give away twice as much as what we gave away this year, because this year is based on what was coming in last year. So this year we've got 4 $500 scholarships, and next year we'll be able to almost double that because of the interest. And this scholarship that you've created will now give basically forever, because it's going to work off the interest. So from this point forward, at least about $3,000 a year will be given, either 6 $500 scholarships instead of 4, or 3 1,000s, or however you do the math. It's going to grow and grow. And I think what's important is our program is one of the best value programs in the country. We've been rated there as the best value by culinary educators. So for $98 a credit hour, if you do the math, this $500 check will go to almost 25%, depending on what credits they're taking, but almost 25% of their complete tuition for this coming semester. That's a big amount. It's significant, and you must understand that. So at this point, I'd like to call the students that are receiving the awards up front here, as we'd like to give you your checks. And what's particularly nice about this group is every single one of them has worked or is working. Actually, I think is working, right, at a Restaurant Week restaurant, correct? So I'm going to start on this end. I'll work my way down.
Want me to help you there?
Well, if you'd like, I'll talk.
Get it right side up, is that it?
Sure, that would
All
help.
right.
Annie at the end.
Okay.
Annie Salasa, who is working at Bonefish Grill. Antonio Arizolo, working at Amore, who, by the way, also was a cocktail winner this year.
We'll get it.
Carrie Cagney.
Carrie, congratulations.
Oh, Louis Benton. Yes, I drew a blank for a second there. Louis Benton Steakhouse. And Brian Osterhart for Sanchez Bistro. Congratulations, students. Thank you again, everybody. At this time, I would like to turn it over to Janet Korn, Vice President of Marketing, to talk a little bit about other impact that Restaurant Week has had for Grand Rapids. Thank you.
Congratulations to all the students. This is an amazing moment, I think, in Restaurant Week history to actually start to give back to the community in this meaningful way. Those of you that know me know that I actually spent some time working with this program quite a while ago. I won't tell you how long, but it means a lot to me to see this come full circle for my role I have now, which is to promote Grand Rapids as a destination for travelers and to really embrace the food and our culinary scene as a way of attracting people. So I have the pleasure of announcing two important facts for the future. The first one is, as Doug mentioned, we moved Restaurant Week to August this summer. And those of you that experienced those meals, you saw the colors and the farm fresh ingredients that we were able to serve through the restaurants because of the time of year. So because it was such a success, we will announce right now that Restaurant Week will repeat next summer in August, the same week. So the dates are officially August 14th through 24th. And my other announcement is we teased before that we were going to find a way to infuse energy about our culinary scene in the winter. So we are putting together the details on a brand new promotion that we're going to call Cool Beer and Hot Eats. And it will kick off in February on the 18th, and it will run through March 2. And what you'll experience during that time are food specials. So I invite all the restaurants that are here today to think about how you might want to cook with food, pair with beer, and really bring that full circle. And then also we're going to work with our area craft brewers. You may be aware that we are now Beer City, USA. So we're going to find a way of, woohoo! And the exciting thing is we do have to win that vote again. So this will be a really nice way for us to be talking about beer and craft beer and that industry that we have here along with our food and to really rally a lot more voters so that next year we can win it all ourselves. So it will just be for Grand Rapids. So those dates again are February 18th through March 2, and I thank you for coming tonight. And Doug, you're going to wrap it up.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you to everybody that participated tonight. We're going to get on to the fun, but I need to acknowledge one more person. For those of you that don't know her, we from day one have engaged Sally Zarafanides to be our Restaurant Week guru, if you will, and our coordinator. And Sally's done a wonderful job of growing this event and continues to do that. So Sally, wherever you're at, come on out here. Congratulations and thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
Well, now the fun begins. It's my understanding we're going to have some appetizers served in here correctly for those that want to take part in that. And then we're moving over to the Heritage. And like last year's event, not only are we going to be in the main area of the Heritage restaurant for our reception, for appetizers and libations, but the kitchen is also open again for you to stroll around the kitchen, enjoy the food, and watch the chefs at work. So again, thank you to our sponsors, thank you to our restaurants and our chefs, And thank you to all of you who have gone out and dined to support this wonderful program here at Grand Rapids Community College. All the best and enjoy the evening.